Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament. So, I've done this twice, but only one on camera. At least I think it's only been one on camera. King DDD wanted... Wait, no. The first time was a couple years ago, with King DDD winning. I think this was like late 2023. In early 2025, I did this and Isabelle won. So, I'm switching up the way things work this year. So, this is probably just going to be round one. So, we'll have 25 Fatal 5 ways to kick things off. And our first round, our first match of many, Richter where are you at? Hi, Lucina. Cloud. Cloud. Am I losing it? And I had no issue. Oh, there he is. All the way down here. I thought he was up more. This one is Villager. And Toon Link. Now, this is an infinite time limit. 3 stocks per participant. And, of course, we have to start off with a moving one. But then again, I randomized the battlefield. Oh, I think this is the Wii Sport Resort Island. Well, I mean, not necessarily the Wii Sports Resort Island, because this was also in Wii Fit. And we switch to the yellow plane. Who will be the first one to fall? And Lucina and Toon Link. Oh, so did the Villager. And the winner of this will move on to the next round. Well, obviously. Oh, but Richter has the lead. Never mind, we're all tied up 2 stocks apiece. And currently, Toon Link has a huge disadvantage. And Toon Link is down to 1 stock. Now, I randomized every matchup in this tournament. But Richter, Cloud, and Villager may have 2 stocks, but they are at risk of losing. Okay, well, Richter lost 1. So did Villager. And there goes Cloud. We are all tied up. And this will lead to a permanent elimination. Now, previously, I've done, like, qualification matches to determine, like, who gets added to the tournament, who doesn't, just to make it 64 participants. And Cloud... Yeah, Cloud and Rick... Oh. Cloud, Richter, and Lucina are all eliminated. But as I was saying, these would usually have qualifying matches, but I kind of figured, why not include everyone? But that would have given me 74 people since I don't have any DLC characters. So, I had to create one. But you won't be seeing him for a while. And Villager is moving on. So let's see the stats for this matchup. Oh, Richter and Cloud got eliminated at the same time. While Cloud and Villager had the most amount of knockouts. And then, let's move on to match number 2. Alright, match 2 in round 1 is Wii Fit Trainer versus Sammy Owens versus Yoshi versus Bowser versus Beef Boss. And once again, I randomized the battlefield. And it's another moving one. So this one is pitting my own me against one of my favorite Smash Bros. Characters, Yoshi. And Beef Boss immediately loses a stock. And there goes myself. These side-scroller tracks, well, battlefields are intense, but Wii Fit Trainer lost a stock. Bowser lost a stock. So it's 2 for everybody. Oh, and there goes Sammy. Honestly, the Brawler class for the Miis is honestly quite terrible. Oh, Wii Fit Trainer. Lost the stock. But I'm going to be an unbiased commentator. And Beef Boss lost the stock. And Sammy Owens is the first one eliminated in this match. Yeah, I kind of figured that me wasn't going to go too far. Oh, okay, so we're all down to one. In fact, I'll be surprised if any Miis make it on to the second round. Wii Fit Trainer's gone. I mean, maybe the Gunner Mii has a chance. Oh yeah, I'm just realizing that I don't have items in play. And there goes Yoshi. I thought Bowser had it there. Beef Boss. I'm sorry, Beef Boss eliminates Bowser after he just fails to drop kick him out and Bowser gets plummets to the ground. I mean, Yoshi didn't get any knockouts. Wow, and Beef Boss took out Bowser 3 times. That is insane. Oh, let's move on to the next one. And match number 3 is Palutena versus Zelda versus Meta Knight versus Diddy Kong versus Mr. Game & Watch. Well, Mr. Game & Watch has home field advantage here. How did Zelda lose already? Okay, well, Diddy Kong lost one. And Meta Knight. Okay, this one's going a lot faster than I was expecting. Everyone is down to 2 stocks now. I mean, to be fair, this is a smaller battlefield. Okay, Mr. Game & Watch and Palutena are on their last stock. And Diddy Kong is joining them, and Zelda. Everyone is down to 1 stock. It can be anyone's game. Palutena has been eliminated. And, oh, both Diddy Kong and Meta Knight are gone. So it's either going to be Zelda or Mr. Game & Watch. And Zelda moves on to round 2. Man, that went by incredibly fast. Man, Palutena had the most knockouts, but placed last. Okay, nobody knocked out each other 3 times. Let's move on to match 4. The next matchup is Lucario versus Pichu versus Greninja versus Daisy versus Peach. I mean, if I wanted to take people out of the tournament, Pichu probably would have been one of the ones to be removed. Respectfully. I am a fan of Pichu. Even though I do wish Raichu would have gotten not Pangoro, Gorochu. I had the right idea, just the wrong Pokemon. But anyway... Pichu loses a stock. Greninja lost a stock as well. But when it comes to Pichu, it always hurts itself. Like, no matter what move it uses. Like, why nerf one of the weakest characters already? Alright, but we are down... okay, so Lucario is the only one with 3 stocks. Yeah, Lucario has 3, Pichu has 1, and then Greninja, Daisy, and Peach all have 2. And there goes Greninja! Lucario is hanging in there. Pichu is gone already. Lucario finally loses a stock. Greninja and Peach are on their last stock. Daisy and Lucario have 2. Greninja's gone. Alright, Daisy's down to 1. And we are now down to Lucario and Daisy, who each have 1. And this has been very close between the final two. What do you mean encoding overload? Oh. And Daisy moves on. That was intense. We went over a minute between Peach's elimination and Lucario's elimination. And no one took each other out 3 times. Well, guess it's time for the next matchup. Alright, the upcoming matchup is Falco versus Link versus Jigglypuff versus Pac-Man versus Ness. And where are they competing? 3, 2, 1, go! And we are already getting some TNA, total non-stop action. Not the other TNA, you sickos. And Pac-Man is the first one to lose a stock. Oh, Falco, Link, they also lost stocks. Oh my goodness. Jigglypuff lost a stock, and Ness is the only one that hasn't so far. Never mind, he just lost it. We're down to 2 apiece. You know, last year when I did this tournament, I was fully intending on streaming it. But then again, Legend ZA just came out, like, October. And by the time this video goes up, I'm probably going to be still playing that game. Alright, but Falco, Jigglypuff, and Ness are at 2 stocks apiece. And Link and Pac-Man are at 1. Okay, Falco is now at 1. In fact, I might actually do another tournament, but I just make random tag teams. And they have to work together to win. Alright, but everyone is on one stock. And Link currently has... Okay, Link and Falco both lost. I was about to say Link has a massive disadvantage because of his percentage. Pac-Man's gone, so we are now down to Ness and Jigglypuff. And Ness wins it. This has not been a good run for Pokemon characters. But Pac-Man had the most eliminations. Once again, let's move on to the next match. Alright. This next match is Dark Pit versus Sonic versus Shulk versus Rosalina and Luma versus Bowser Jr. I'm not too familiar with this stage, but I like it. And if you think about it, Rosalina has a bit of an advantage in this one, since she has Luma as well. But Rosalina loses his stock first. There's a mummy right there. And there goes Junior. No Cody or Joseph to help him out here. Up Shulk lost the stock. Dark Pit lost stock. So Bowser Jr. is down to 1. Sonic still has 3. Frankenstein's monster, and Sonic is gone. Well, I mean, he's down to 2 stocks. And there goes Rosalina and Luma. Shulk is Well, Shulk, Dark Pit, and Bowser Jr. are all in the danger zone. And there goes Shulk. And Bowser Jr. is gone. And Sonic's the only one with 2 stocks left. And we're all tied up. Is that the Grim Reaper? Oh my god, they're all fighting down there. Dark Pit and Sonic are the only 2 remaining. Who will move on to the next round? And Dark Pit outlasts Sonic the Hedgehog. But Bowser Jr. only got 1 knockout, but Dark Pit got 4. Well, let's move on to the next one. Up next, Captain Falcon versus Kirby versus Young Link versus King K. Rool versus Mega Man. You know, I really hope we get a Kirby map at some point. Like, I mainly want a Kirby map because of the music. But Mega Man, Young Link, and Captain Falcon have all lost the stock just moments after each other. And we're all down to 2. And this one's going, well, for the sake of, well, where we are, fast. Captain Falcon is down to 1 stock. And so is King K. Rool. Honestly, if King K. Rool can just play it safe, he could make it far in this tournament. And that's not me picking sides. I'm just saying, he's on the heavy side, like, for characters. And sometimes it's kind of tough to take out these big characters. But Young Link has been eliminated. Mega Man is eliminated. Captain Falcon is gone. Okay, but if... Now that I'm thinking about it, King K. Rool is... Yeah, he's gonna have to play a very good game if he wants to take Kirby out. And Kirby moves on. But Kirby has 5 eliminations that game. So, and that only took like 2.5 minutes. Oh, let's move on. And now we have Wolf versus Sheik versus Fox versus Zero Suit Samus versus Donkey Kong. Now, I may have my issues when I feud with Donkey Kong, but I am an unbiased commentator. In fact, if I had to be a little biased, I would say Donkey Kong has the best chance of winning this. But realistically, this is anyone's game. You know, something I would like to see in like a future Smash game. Like, make an ally system where, like, if they're put in a fight against each other and there's other opponents, have them work together for part of it. Or just have them avoid each other. Alright, but Donkey Kong is the only one at oh my goodness, the only one at 3 stocks. And Zero Suit Samus is down to 1. And Donkey Kong is finally down to 2. Wolf and Zero Suit Samus are down to 1. Sheik, Fox, and Donkey Kong are all at 2. And we got so many people in the danger zone. Fox loses a stock. Wolf is down. So either Sheik, Fox, Zero Suit Samus, or Donkey Kong will be moving on. Donkey Kong has over 200% of damage. And he's still hanging on. And we're all tied up. We are 3 eliminations away. 2 eliminations away from being done with this fight. But yeah, seeing how... Okay, we're down to Fox and Donkey Kong. It's anyone's fight. And Fox pulls off the win. Man, we haven't had, like, one of the big characters win yet. I'm honestly surprised by that. But Donkey Kong was seriously the biggest threat with 5 eliminations. Alright, but let's move on to round number... Oh, match number 9. And up next, Luigi versus Ganondorf versus Bayonetta versus Ike versus Ridley. Alright, no one here has home field advantage. And Ike is already at 100. And Ike is down a stock. There goes Luigi. And I love this stage. I mean, mainly just the background of it. Okay, I need to stay focused on the fight. Wait, Luigi, Ike, and Ridley are all at 2. Ganondorf and Bayonetta are at 3. And there goes Luigi. Bayonetta has lost the stock as well. So Ganondorf currently has the lead. Okay, I didn't realize Ganondorf lost one. Oh, Luigi's down. Now, Ganondorf and Ridley have 2 stocks, and Bayonetta and Ike have 1. Bayonetta and Ike might want to work together in order to tie things up. Well, there goes Ike. Alright, Ridley's down to 1, Bayonetta is at 1, and Ganondorf is at 2. And we're all tied up at 1. However, Bayonetta is in the danger zone. Alright, Ganondorf and Ridley are the last 2. Oh, they're playing it risky. And Ridley wins it. And I don't know how long they've been fighting over the edge. But that was incredible. And Ganondorf had 6 eliminations. And Bayonetta got eliminated by Ganondorf all 3 times. While Luigi was taken out by Ridley all 3 times. Alright, let's move on to the next round. Up next, Pikachu versus Incineroar versus Inkling versus Rob versus Marth. And the thing about these smaller battlefields is the fact that they tend to go by a lot quicker. Like the battles. Because Rob just got eliminated there. Pikachu's at 120. And even though Pikachu is my main, I am not going to be biased. And there goes Incineroar. And Marv. Oh, Marth. I don't know how Pikachu is still hanging in there. Well, there goes Pikachu. And honestly, I'm impressed with Inkling. And there she goes. But we're all tied up with 2 stocks. Never mind, there goes Marth. Up Incineroar and Rob are down to 1 as well. And that leaves Pikachu and Inkling with 2. And Marth is gone. And Rob and Incineroar might want to work together. But then again, that's kind of like a whole can they coexist sort of thing. And there goes Pikachu. And Incineroar's gone. But yeah, Rob and Pikachu really should work together in order to take Inkling out. But that's if they want a chance to pull this off. Because Inkling is almost down. So if they can take her... Yep, there she goes. And we're all tied up at 1 stock. Rob is in the danger zone. Oh. And Pikachu is gone. We are down to Inkling and Rob. And down goes Rob, meaning Inkling gets the win. And Rob got the most elimination. Alright, but let's move on to the next match. And up next, we have Pit versus Duck Hunt versus the 2025 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament winner, Isabelle, versus Wario versus Samus. Yeah, I believe this is a Kirby one. Oh, Samus already lost one. Wario's down one. Oh, there goes Pit. Isabella's hanging in there. Oh, Samus is down to one. Oh, I didn't realize Duck Hunt still had three. Now down to two. And Isabelle is down to two. Oh, Wario's down to one. It'll be a shock if Samus is eliminated first. Wario has been eliminated. Duck Hunt is down to one. Pit is in the danger zone. So is Isabella and Samus. Up there goes Pit. Isabelle, Samus, Duck Hunt, and Pit are the final four in this matchup. Oh, this is intense. Pit's gone. Isabelle gets in and gets knocked out, but we are now down to Samus and Isabelle. But Samus has a massive disadvantage. And Isabelle moves on. She is looking to retain her championship from last year. With 5 eliminations. How did Wario not get a single one? But Isabelle took out Pit all 3 times. Well, let's move on. Up next, we have Chrom versus the newcomer Matt from Wii Sports versus Olimar versus Pokemon Trainer versus Robin. And Matt's already down to 2. And that's what I was talking about earlier when it comes to the Brawler class. Down goes Pokemon Trainer. Oh, Pokemon Trainer's down to 1! Never mind! I don't even know where Pokemon Trainer was even standing. But Robin has 3. Chrom, Matt, and Olimar have 2. Okay, now Robin has 2. Oh yeah, there's only one more Pokemon character left. Okay. Let me get Manus. Matt is at 1, everyone else is at 2. Olimar is down to 1. And there goes Matt. Oh, Robin and Olimar are at 1, and Chrom is at 2. And it gives me so much anxiety seeing them fight at the edge. And we're all tied up. Oh, Olimar is gone. We're now down to Chrom and Robin, who I believe are both from Fire Emblem. I think that's what the sword icon is. Someone please politely correct me if I'm wrong. Well, Robin wins.
The key to victory lies within.
So let's see how this one. Pokemon Trainer only lasted 1 minute and 2 seconds. with 0 eliminations. And Chrom gets credit for all 3 of those eliminations. Let's just move on. Alright. This is match number 13 out of 15 for this round. I don't remember how many matches I said were going to happen in this round. But it is 15. Because then the semifinals will be 3 Fatal 5-Ways. That'll lead into a final triple threat. Alright, but this is going to be Lucas versus Dr. Mario versus Ice Climbers versus Corrin versus Ryu. Alright, oh yeah, Ice Climber's already down 1. No, maybe it's just the fact that I haven't played Smash Bros. In a while, but I could have sworn this was a moving level. Well, you know, I'm thinking of the Super Mario Sunshine level. It has like a similar platform that just moves throughout the course. Yeah. We are still okay. Well, up Lucas and Ryu are down. Up, so is Ice Climber. Dr. Mario. But yeah, currently for our semifinals, it'll be Villager versus Beef Boss versus Zelda versus Daisy versus Ness. Then there's Dark Pit versus Kirby versus Fox versus Ridley versus Inkling. Up, Corrin is down. And there goes Ryu. But yeah, the winner of this will take on Isabelle, Robin, and 2 other semifinalists, which will be determined in the next 2 matches. Lucas, oh, there goes Dr. Mario. But Corrin has 2 stocks left. And Ice Climber is struggling severely. Okay, Ice Climbers are gone. Yeah, I think Corrin has the best chance. Oh, okay, well. Corrin now only has 1 stock. And there goes Ryu. This is why you don't edge guard or you don't jump down to take out an opponent. And that villager in the front is not having a good oh, okay, now she's having a good time. And Corin moves on to the semifinals. So Lucas had 5 knockouts. Alright, let's move on to match number 14 of round 1. Alright, in the penultimate match of the first round, we have Mario versus Roy versus Ken versus Dark Samus versus Mewtwo. In fact, this is the only chance that Pokemon has to get a representative in the semifinals. And Ken is already down a stock. And down goes Mewtwo. Oh, Mario's down 1. In fact, I think, well, Metroid has Ridley. Yeah, this is the only chance for Street Fighter, I think. Fire Emblem already has a couple representatives, and Super Mario has Daisy. Alright, but Mewtwo is down to 1? So is Ken. Will he be enough to win? I know, that was a bad joke, but... Dark Samus lost a stock. And Mewtwo is already struggling. Oh, Dark Samus is gone. And there goes Mewtwo and Ken. We're down to Mario and Roy. Oh, so that's what Mewtwo was trying to do some of those times. And this has been intense. It's literally any man's game. Will it be one of the cover athletes, or... Oh, cover characters. He's not really... I mean, would he be considered an athlete? since fighting is a sport. And Mario gets the win. He will battle Isabelle, Robin, Corrin, and one other person. In the semifinals. Alright. Wow. Ken and Roy both got 5 knockouts. Alright, and let's move on to the final match of round 1. And now we have Snake versus the 2023 Super Smash Bros. Tournament winner, King DDD versus Little Mac versus Peter Griffin versus Simon. If King DDD wins this, he'll be taking on Robin, Corrin, Mario, and the 2025 winner of Isabelle. And remember, I forgot to do this in 2024, so that's why there's no 2024 winner. Oh, well, there goes Simon already. Oh, Little Mac lost a stock. And there goes King DDD. There goes Snake. Peter Griffin is the only one with 3 stocks currently. And there goes Peter Griffin. Okay, Snake and King DDD. Okay, well, Snake and Peter Griffin have 2. King DDD, Little Mac, and Simon all have 1. Now, I should specify, if King DDD ends up winning this whole thing, he would be a 2-time champion. If Isabelle wins this whole thing, she'll still only be a 1-time champion because she is the current champion. But she will be a 2-time tournament winner. And there goes Simon. And there goes Little Mac and King DDD, so we're down to Snake and Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin is the only one to have 2 stocks remaining by the time they win. But that is incredible. So we have our semifinal set. Villager versus Beef Boss versus Zelda versus Daisy versus Ness. Then we have Dark Pit versus Kirby versus Fox versus Ridley versus Inkling. And then the current champion Isabelle versus Robin versus Corrin versus Mario versus Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin had 7 knockouts. Honestly, I think he might be the favorite in this. So, for the semifinals, we'll have time. Yeah, let's do the Final Smash meter. Spirits on. Level 9. Handicap is determined automatically. No, let's go off. Random. Then items. Yeah, we'll leave them all on medium. The first 2... Yeah, one... No, let's... Okay. And this will be the Iron Survivor. Iron Survivor. I don't know why McNasty is popping up on my Switch, but shout out to him. But the Iron Survivor match. Okay, now I was just getting that set up. This will determine our 3 finalists. And then we'll finish it off with... Oh yeah, why do I have it labeled as 1? But anyway, we'll have them finish it off with the finals at Final Destination. But thank you all so much for watching episode 1. Episode 2 will be the semifinals and finals. And I can't wait to get to that. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment any other video ideas you have for the future, and I'll catch you in the next one.